Well, many college quarterbacks talk about their head coaches almost like they're talking about their own father. At Idaho, that's exactly the case. Our Alyssa Charleston has more with the Petrinos in Moscow.
Chains, teams, and families are only as strong as their weakest link. But for a family devoted to football like the Petrinos, there's no time for a weak link.
There's a typical saying, the mom's the strongest in the house for a coach's family. So I got a really good relationship with my mom.
11 different moves as a family made them stronger, but with Dad as a head coach, time was a sacrifice.
During football season, you don't get to see your kids that much, and I never really got to see him play football that much live. I'd see his games on film and stuff.
Now they watch film together, fighting for the same team.
My dad, I've probably seen him more in the past 3 years, 4 years than I ever have my entire life.
Which means quality time mixed in with a little tough love.
Oh, he treats me a lot harder. He treats me a lot harder, but it's different, like I was part of a high school team where the coach and the son were on the same team, but he's not playing for his dad's job security. It's totally different, that aspect of it.
Yeah, I'm harder on him. I think you have to be. I think if your son's going to play for you, he has to understand that. And so I'm harder on him when he makes mistakes, and sometimes I'm harder on him when somebody else makes a mistake just because I feel like he can take it.
He knows because he was also coached by his father, Bob Petrino Sr., in college.
It's way different this day and age because I think of all the social media. So I think it's a lot harder on the kids. I think there's a lot more scrutiny and you're judged a lot more.
Unless you've been in it, you don't really know it. I mean, as a college athlete, you've been scrutinized, but it's different when you're being scrutinized and your family's being scrutinized. And that's not tough for me and my dad, but it's probably tougher on my mom and my sisters.
Moving on from losses is harder when work and family are both rooted in football. So when the criticism comes, they lean in to their strength.
The Petrinos are a very close-knit family. We're all from Montana. It's kind of in the culture. You have to rely on each other. Just got to love each other and hang in there in tough times.
Mason Petrino.
I think sometimes through tough times you get closer. I think that's kind of how the world works, and your character shows up and you really understand who does have your back and who's with you. And so I think that definitely we've grown a lot closer.
Which makes the victories together that much sweeter.
When you win a game and then you get to spend time as a family happy. You get to see my sister smile, you get to see my mom smile. My dog runs around like a rabid guy. But just spending quality time after a win with my family is probably the most rewarding thing, and just not letting the people down that believe in you.
The Vandals are hoping for more smiles around the Petrino table this week. They'll need to pull off an upset over 5th-ranked Weber State to do it. Going to be a tough one down the Kibbie Dome.